Hello crafty friends, this is Rhonda. I'm here with a different kind of video today. These stockings came from the November paper pumpkin box by Stampin' Up. Now this was not how they were intended. It was stockings and tags, and there was some things you could do with them, and I just had this idea to put napkins on them. Yep, napkins. These images are all different napkins that I cut out. I was going to show them to you close up here a little bit so you can see them. They're cute. I've got sparkles and different stuff on them. To make them snowy, I use the shimmery white embossing paste from Stampin' Up. This stuff is really nice. It's not cakey. It's thin enough to spread. You can do it really thin coat, or you can do a really thick coat to make it snowy. Let me see. Oh, on the snowman, I use that stuff here. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of lumpy a little bit. You can see that. And then on some of them, like the reindeer. Oh, yeah, I did too. I used that on the reindeer too. I was thinking I used stickles, but nope, I use that on all of them, and it has a really nice little shine to it. And like, see, I just put it on real thin on Santa there, and here too. This I literally just spread it on with a paintbrush, and I took the brush and went up and down on that to make it look a little bit more lumpy. Then here did the same thing, give it a little texture. And then the ho 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 here is stickles. But I posted this on 2 of the paper pumpkin sites on Facebook, the groups, and in my team from Stampin' Up. And I had just a super overwhelming amount of people that just loved these so much. And first of all, I want to tell you thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea how good that makes me feel. Now, these were time consuming, but it only took me a couple of days. There's some drying time. Now, the only thing that you're going to need for something like this, of course, let me tell you, first of all, you can napkinize, and that's my instructor's name for using napkins to decoupage. She calls it napkinizing. And you can napkinize just about any type of surface. Now what I did is I took this napkin here and I cut out this little reindeer. Now he is going to go on the back side of this. I don't have any stockings left to show you, so what I'm going to do, I thought it was fitting for this reindeer to be on the back with Santa all tangled up. So I'm going to put this reindeer right here so that I can show you how to do this. It's very simple. It's just a little time consuming. Of course, I did some pen work around them with gold and black to make them stand out better. I took some white paint and just painted around some of these to make them white, because the Mod Podge that you use yellows it just a little bit. I didn't do them all with the white paint, like that one I didn't, but some of them I did. The stockings are a little bit on the yellowish side anyway. They're like a really cream color. So anyways, very simple, folks. I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, first of all, you need Mod Podge Matte, the yellow label. This is the only one you want to use on probably 90% of napkin projects. You're going to use Mod Podge Matte, the yellow label. You need a paintbrush, just a cheapy old paintbrush. You need a chip brush. Okay, this is usually longer, about this long. I've trimmed it down, and you'll see how I use that in a minute. And then, of course, you need a napkin. How's this cute little guy? Adorable. Okay, I have to tell you, a lot of people asked and want to know, where do I get all these napkins? Well, I am in a napkin club. Miss Tracy Creates. Look her up on Facebook. She has 4 different groups. A napkin group, a scrapbook group, a faith journaling group, and a fabric. It's called Fabric Fan Club group. She has 4 different groups on Facebook. She also does a lot of stuff in just her regular Facebook group. It's just called Miss Tracy Creates. So if you just go on that page, you'll see anything you want. Now, in the Napkin Club, I think the price is $24 now a month. You get a package of 15 napkins every month, and each napkin is different. She is actually designing some of the napkins herself now. Just to let you know, I'm putting this plastic in here so the Mod Podge doesn't go through to the other side and stick the stocking together. Now, some of it still gets through there, but I just took my bone folder when I was all done, and I just kind of broke it apart. I'm just going to stuff this with candy and some cash. And so I don't really care how stiff they are. Most people probably won't keep them anyway. So, and it doesn't matter to me. So we got that. We have a little Mod Podge in here. I always just keep a little makeup jar around. I poke just a little hole in my Mod Podge. And then I just squirt it into here so it's easier to use. And then the Mod Podge doesn't get all messy and dried up. Now, biggest thing you need to absolutely do when you're using napkins is you have to separate the plies. Most of these better quality napkins have 3 plies, and we only want the top one. Now, I just got my finger and thumb just a little bit wet with my spit, and you want to peel these off very carefully. Don't want to rip anything. And then you have just this sheer napkin. This is the only thing you want to use. And I kept these little lines on because I thought it went well with his light bulbs. And maybe I'll put some light bulbs on it when I'm done. But I figured I would just do this right here. Put this little guy right here like he was sleeping and got Santa all tangled up in his lights. This little to and from here was also from a napkin I got from her, and the whole napkin was just a whole bunch of to and froms. And so I did those on the back, and then I colored around it with a gold marker. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer here, because I just got the one right there. Okay, so all you're going to do is take your paintbrush, and it can be dry, doesn't matter. You don't really want it too wet. And you're just going to spread your Mod Podge quite generously for this coat. Number one, it's going to soak into the fabric. So everywhere the little guy's going to go, you're just going to put some Mod Podge on that. Now, this does get really stiff when it dries. I will warn you. They probably are less pretty in person because they're kind of stiff. But they're still cute, and I like the way they turned out. Then you're going to just lay your napkin on there, and you're just going to kind of tap it in place. Like so. I see there's a little spot right here I didn't get. It's going to overlap that right there, and that's fine. Put a little bit more down here, and a little bit more right here. Oopsie, I broke that off, but that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's stuck to my finger though. Okay, we'll get this one down over here. That's fine. I could actually add it back on if I wanted to. Then we're going to take this little chip brush. These are available in any department store, hardware store, wherever. They're usually about $1 a piece. And you're just going to kind of pounce it. Now, you want this napkin to kind of be a part of the material. Now, there's other surfaces, like if you were doing a canvas, we use what we call a plastic sheet. I had one out here, but I don't know where it went to now. A deli sheet, or you can use saran wrap, but deli sheets work a little easier. And you would just literally spread it. So I'm just pouncing this in And you don't want to do it hard because you don't want to rip the napkin. But just pounce it in, and then it kind of becomes a part of the stocking. Isn't that cute? Just adorable. Now, usually I let things just dry naturally, but for the sake of time, I'm going to use my heat gun. I just ordered one of the Ranger ones because they had them on sale at scrapbook.com, and it's much quieter than this, but for the sake of time, I'm going to dry this. So just bear with me for a minute and enjoy this adorable little stocking. I'm going to let that dry naturally for just a little bit here, and I'm going to just kind of tell you about a couple of things. What did I do with that sheet? I'll grab another one. Okay, so we have these. Oh, I put it inside my napkin, or inside my stocking. It's just a deli sheet, and they come in a box of 1,000 on Amazon for like 10 bucks. And, you know, they don't stick together like saran wrap does. And so if you were doing another material, say like a canvas, this is just a 4x4 canvas, and you had put your, let's say this little cow on here, you would take this and you would do this, and you would smooth the design into it. Now this napkin's all white all the way around, so you don't have to cut out your image because the napkin is going to just become a part of the canvas. And so I can do another video on one of those if y'all like. Now what I did on here is I took a gold and a black pen. The best thing to use on here are these Faber-Castells. It's a Pitt artist pen, and they're waterproof. Now, you only want to do your lines with this is after you put a top coat on here. You have to have a top coat. As a matter of fact, you don't want to do any other artwork to this until after you put your top coat on. But this has to be dry, completely dry, before I can put my top coat on it. So on this one, there was a check mark in here, very faint, and so I did a gold marker on that, and then the black around just to define all of the little pieces. The poinsettia, I did a gold marker around everything, which isn't that just gorgeous? It's my favorite. I love it. Santa, I really went around. I wanted to define his face and stuff, and so I went around all of that. This Santa, this is actually my favorite of all, I think. I mean, I love the poinsettias, but I really like how this big Santa turned out. I outlined his glasses and even his nose to define it a little bit, and his lips, his hat, the leaves. And this guy's really cute too. But look at, I want to show you something. See if you can hear that. That's how hard it is. And if you just take something like this to make sure there's nothing sticking inside there. But yeah, that's how hard it is. It's crusty. But I figure that once we stuff it with stuff, like even you can see this, you know, once you stuff it, you know, it won't be quite so bad. You're going to stuff it good with candy and cash and everything anyway, right? I'm going to take this plastic out of here for now because I want to dry this, and I can dry it easier without that plastic being in there. So bear with me again. Okay, I'm going to call it good. It's pretty dry. Now I'm going to put this, another paper. I threw the other one away. I'm going to put another one of these inside here so I can put my top coat on it. I don't want to get the inside stuck, so that should be pretty good. But see how cute that's going to look when it's all stuck? Now I am going to trim that off. Still a little bit damp, but for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So then basically all you want to do is now is you want to put a very light coat of Mod Podge on it. You don't want a heavy coat, just a light coat, but you're going to cover it. It's going to look all white for a little bit, but it dries quite quickly. Once you put the top coat on, it dries quickly. I've made a couple of really cute things. I just made a couple of houses with napkins, and I don't know, maybe I'll come on here and do another project, but I didn't want to take up too much time for this video. So that's all you do, folks. That's it. That is basically how you do that. And all I did is trim that out of here. This is what the napkin looked like. And then the little guy was right there in the center, and I cut him out. And I used these old scissors from Stampin' Up. These are really old, and I tell you what, they are diehards. I actually wish they still had them. But see, it even says Stampin' Up right here. So I will post this video. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. And hey, while you're watching my YouTube video, I'd love it if you'd like the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm just about to 200 subscribers. It's taken a whole year to get there, but I'm getting there. And I would love some more subscribers. That would be wonderful. And if you want to see more napkin art, just let me know. I hope everyone has a nice day and a wonderful December and Merry Christmas and all that. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.